Bueno gente, aquí otro video más para el canal de YouTube y presentamos otro episodio, parte o capítulo de Dragon Age Origins. Como ven, no sé si se vea muy oscuro o bien oscuro, pero en el juego se ve más brilloso. Eso no, la verdad no tengo idea de cómo cambiarlo, pero se tiene que mover. Creo que aquí el color personalizado en el fondo, eso no lo voy a cambiar para nada. Bueno, quiero decirles que ya mejoré la computadora. Bueno, le cambié el Ryzen Athlon 3000 por un Ryzen 5600G, que es lo mejor ahorita para mí. Ya no se me traba para nada. Estamos en los directos bien. Esto lo hago fuera de cámara porque necesariamente tengo que terminarme este juego. La verdad no lo he terminado, ni en la consola lo he terminado. La verdad quiero terminarlo. Sabrán todo eso. Pues comentarles que estoy en Instagram, YouTube, bueno, aquí está en YouTube, el TikTok y Twitch. Si quieren seguir para más, estamos manqueando más en juegos actuales como shooters, en lo más normal de Oriente. Pero si quieren seguir viendo estas series, comentando si quieren ver más, un like, ya saben, en caja de comentarios. Pero pasamos para allá. Déjalo recargo y todo eso. Y lo vemos en el corto. Bueno gente, creo que ya le subí el brillo, ya busqué la manera. Y nada más era crear otra escena porque tengo la escena de los streams. En las escenas de los streams creo que no nos va a tocar tanto el brillo. Pero sé que poner nada más 30 o dependiendo como sea. El contraste nunca le suban porque se va a ver brilloso en los objetos brillosos. Bueno, como sea. Prosigamos, aquí me voy a mutear hasta que se termine todas las conversaciones.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start. I will stay and make something to eat.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking? If you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history. Me, I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al-Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution. I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
You could wait for the archdemon to make its appearance. I imagine that might be convincing.
It's been centuries since the last blight. Nobody will take it seriously until it's too late. Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Al-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Take one step at a time, but it is not so bad to know where those steps will lead you, yes?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against a blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl, and you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears. Ha ha! Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives. Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
You will regret saying that.
Dear sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself, or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. I may have answers. Ask. 'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes? She would no more tell me than you, I assure you. From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here. 'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering, no more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing. I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way. I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
You missed your chance. Now it's charred rabbit from here on out.
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us. You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in. They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Bueno, gente, ahí lo que Morgan quiere decir es que casi no puedo expresar sus sentimientos porque nada más estuvo ella sola aquí encerrada. Bueno, sí, pues sí. Aquí con madre, nada más para alejarse de las personas al lado porque son apóstatas tienen hechizos, hechicería y no fueron al velo, y entonces no son partícipes del velo, y eso es una apostasía. Vamos a subir nivel, y más adelante cuando llegamos a Lothering, donde tenemos que hacer unas cosillas y prepararnos muchísimo y subir más de nivel, y aquí les explicaría qué niveles son mejores para cada uno. Y yo como nada más me centro en magia porque es lo que más apasiona en los juegos de este tipo. Bueno, sigamos aquí, subiendo de nivel. Alistair tiene fuerza, aquí sería 2 de fuerza y una constitución. Vale, dejamos esto mejor, y magia sería para que tuviera más estamina o magia, y astucia es para los como dice, pícaros. Esto aquí, esto sería mejor, y luego esto cuando suban de siguiente nivel lo agregan y listo, agregan, listo, y aquí lo agregan. No es necesario para listar utilizar estos rangos ni estos rangos. A 2 manos. No, amenaza no, este mejor. Y luego grabamos este con la golpe de apuñadura. Listo, espacios. Y esto lo voy a poner pausa hasta que arregle esto, las tácticas. Listo, gente. Tenemos esto. Ahora vamos a Lothering y hablar con la gente de Lothering y eso. Luego vamos a tener que reunirnos con los enanos o los elfos. No, enanos. Sí. Aquí está Lothering. Pasamos por allá. Cabe decir que son capítulos de 50 segundos, digo minutos.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Time for more
Bueno,
darkspawn, I see. As you desire.
para
Lovely.
While you can. Oh, this should be good.
Of course. Well, all right.
All right.
esos engendros tenebrosos no te habrán hecho nada, ¿verdad, pequeño?
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Siempre he querido tener un perro así, puede que sea el destino, pero no quiero un perro. Es demasiado responsabilidad. Si te gusta, puedes quedarte. Puede venir, pero espero que sirva para algo. Ladra alegremente. Como siempre le pongo Mabari. Listo. Vamos a poner aquí
Well, all right.
tenemos
Of course. Lovely.
Vamos a ir por acá. Básicamente Mabari son astutos y solo quieren a un dueño. Mientras el dueño muere, difícilmente va a querer otro dueño. Así como decirlo, que posiblemente mueran o consiguen otro dueño. Y ellos sí entienden, como el perro no, de la vida real. Escuchen y entienden. O algunos se hacen mensos. En sí, eso.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Deberías escuchar a tu amigo, no somos refugiados, entonces sos recolectores de viaje, no tengo esa moneda. Muy bien, aquí tienes 10 monedas. Aquí, si bien quieren hacer, es enfrentarse a ellos para ganar experiencia, si quieren, ¿no? Y nada más darle a la 1 y listo.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Podéis intentarlo. Intimidad, ¿de verdad queréis luchar contra una guarda gris? Intimidad, ¿de verdad queréis luchar contra una maga? Bien, aquí tenéis 10 monedas de plata, dejadme pasar. Si le decimos que somos una guarda gris, van a alertar a todo el mundo. Y no queremos eso, vamos a intimidarlos que somos una maga.
A mage? Ah, I don't want to be a toad.
Nobody's turning you into a toad, you sniveling bastard. But we'll, let the toll go. Just this once.
Soy demasiado sobrado. Es hora de probar algunos conjuros, atacarlos.
Yes, well, move along. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering.
Ok. Muy bien, pudimos haberlos atacado, pero podemos agarrar las cosas aquí. Y ahora sí, vamos a atacarlos. Necesariamente tenemos que hacer eso. Parece que el número a veces no lo
As you desire. You shall appear. Well, all right. Fear me.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Por qué las habilidades no me dejan ponerlas? No me acuerdo cuál lo utilicé.
I tried to be polite to grandmother.
Another battle, I see.
Time to taste steel.
Y se curan ustedes, ¿no?
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the darkspawn get us all.
Está bien, no nos rendimos, solo estamos intentando salir adelante antes que los tenebrosos acaben con todos nosotros. A veces eligió la víctima equivocada. Salir adelante es cruel. Esta persona chapurca es patética, yo puedo hacerlo mejor. Salir adelante es un criminal. A veces elegido a la víctima equivocada.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Ahora morir no veré si es otra cosa. Quiero que me respondas a unas preguntas.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
¿Qué habéis estado haciendo últimamente?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
¿Qué está sucediendo en Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tairn Logain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
¿Has oído hablar acerca de algún superviviente de la batalla?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
¿Qué noticias habéis oído?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tairn Logain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Ya no tengo preguntas.
Well then, let me go!
Voy a entregarte a las autoridades. Entonces, entrar en mi mando, me vendría bien algunos soldados.
What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Entrega todo lo que habéis robado.
Yes, yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Empezó a correr y no regresó.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Listo. Y algo de bueno es que el otro, el que habla un poquito más,
And so I shall.
se fue con ellos. Muy bien, ahora era acabar a todos.
Lovely.
O acabar con el líder de la banda, que era ese bandolero o bandido. Para que se acabe la pelea rápidamente.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Belgrano, ¿de qué quieres hablar en Listair? Hasta me quedó Listair, déjalo en paz, morir.
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Al pensar mientras proseguimos deberíamos intentar usar los tratados. Debemos tener más información antes de decidir.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Sí, lo he hecho, no, aún no.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Me lo pensaré por el camino. Sigo pensando que sería esencial recabar la ayuda del Raymond, que deberíamos ir a verle primero. Entonces tenemos que encontrarlos. ¿Hay algún modo de ponerse en contacto con los guardias grises? ¿Por qué dejas las decisiones en mi mano? ¿Qué piensas que deberíamos hacer, Moreno?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
¿Hay un modo de ponerse en contacto con los guardias grises?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Entonces tenemos que encontrarlos. ¿Qué piensas que deberíamos hacer, Molly?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
No creo que sea una buena idea, entonces debemos encontrarlos.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Indicaciones. No necesito más indicaciones. No podemos encontrar a Herman.
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Podemos encontrar a los elfos de Lechano.
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
¿Dónde podemos encontrar a los enanos?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Habría que hablar con su rey en Orzammar. Eso significa viajar en dirección oeste hacia las montañas de la espalda del lado, lo que no será fácil. No necesito más indicaciones. El círculo de los hechiceros no cumple el dictado de la capilla. ¿Dónde estará Loghain?
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tairn Loghain might have to say about it.
¿Dónde estará Loghain?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
No necesito más indicaciones.
Then you have a plan.
¿Estoy lista para irme? No creo que sea una buena idea.
I'm not sure I like any of it either, but we don't have a lot of choice in the matter.
Of course you have a choice. You could run and forget about it all. Let the Darkspawn do as they wish until other Grey Wardens come. If they come.
That's what you call a choice?
It may not be a good choice, but it's a choice nevertheless. We all choose our path, even when it seems there is only one direction we should go.
How enlightening. At any rate, I'll stay with you whatever you decide.
Estoy lista para ir.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Muy bien. Puede ser actualizado. Bueno, nada más hacemos unas cositas aquí y checamos dónde están. Aquí podemos checar las casuchas, los campamentos de aquí.
As you desire.
Acá no hay nada para que sepan.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Ok. Básicamente van a hablar de vez en cuando si quieren que pongan en texto, así quedarme quieto para que escuchen.
As you desire.
Aquí ya no hay nada. Ay.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
No hay casa ahorita.
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
Aquí no van a hablar, nomás nos cuentan.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
¿No te parece los otros refugiados del sur tomaste parte de la batalla? ¿Qué te hace pensar eso? Solo pasaba por aquí.
Good. No room here for any more outsiders.
Tengo algunas preguntas.
Can't promise I'm going to answer them.
¿Qué está sucediendo aquí?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
¿Quién está en cargo del pueblo?
You could talk to the elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
¿No tenías un señor feudal?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
Esos bandidos ya llevan mucho tiempo fuera del pueblo.
Were? You mean they're gone?
Lo tomaron como un agradecimiento.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian's will be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out. Don't let me stop you.
Ok, ya tenemos... Era una recompensa por reclamar aquí. No hay nada, nomás chequen la vista, el paisaje y todo eso. Entramos aquí, están templarios.
You there! If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
La verdad es que vengo buscando algunas noticias. Estás al tanto de los bandidos que hay fuera del pueblo. Iré donde quiera.
You might find that, though it's probably just frightened gossip. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
No me vas a dejar entrar. No me vas a
I'm just warning you, things may not be as hospitable as you would expect. People are frightened.
¿Hay alguien a cargo?
The band has marched north with Tern Logain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Okay.
I'm just here to keep watch.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Y aquí también.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
Hablamos con el señor de aquí.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread?
No puedo ayudarlo, siento que ¿qué ha sucedido? No puedo permitir andarnos ni una sola minuto. ¿Qué te ha sucedido?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
Siento vuestra situación, pero no puedo ayudarle. Me encontré con esos bandidos y ya están muertos. Me encontré con esos bandidos y los he expulsado. No puedo permitirme dar diezmo a los bendigos.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Ok, listo, todo listo. Checamos aquí. Y luego aquí tenemos que ir con el niño.
What do you wish of me?
No importa. Bueno, no hablar como él.
Have you seen my mother?
Eso depende de quién es tu madre. Pobre que tú te has separado de tu madre.
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Si bueno, tengas buena suerte, ¿sabes dónde está tu padre?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Si bueno, ven conmigo, te ayudaré a buscar a tu madre.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Sí, bueno, que tengas buena suerte, ve a la capilla, muchacho, alguien te cuidará de ti. Toma, coge esta moneda de plata y compra algo para comer. Moneda de plata, ve a la capilla.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice lady. Kind of like Mother. I should go look for her.
No, niño, ya no vas, espérate. Nunca le digan eso. Le di una moneda.
Will feast on your living heart.
Más bien por todas partes. Comprar defensores de la fe, saber quiénes se caen. Esto es mucho mensaje, una montaña sectaria y son bandidos que se encuentran aquí en Lothering. Se encuentran un poco más a la izquierda de derecha del mapa. Sin cada.
They will take your children. The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This woman bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
En general la gente ya piensa hacerlo. ¿Por qué no baja la voz? Es que nadie va a hacer callar a esta manera. Ten cuidado con esas acusaciones. Sí. ¿Por qué no bajas la voz?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop. Somebody shut his mouth.
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us.
Estás haciendo perder el tiempo, sigue con tus desvaríos y eso es lo que quiero. Es suficiente, tienes todo ahora mismo. Entonces, lo que te ha pasado, no seas estúpido. Se pueden vencer a los ejércitos tenebrosos.
No! Do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
Así es, no hay esperanza alguna para vosotros. Persuadí, siempre hay esperanza, debéis tener, bueno, algo de aquí y vosotros fuera. Puede que sí, o puede que no, no me importa lo más mínimo. Persuadir.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
Se van a ir al Denerim.
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Okay.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
Okay, so bueno, cosas para la armadura de Moren. Solo subirle el nivel 18 para que tenga buenas stats de armadura. Sale más braceras y casco de cuero.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Okay. Vamos a hablar aquí.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Resolver vosotros este asunto no me concierne porque iba a querer ayudarte. Elimina mi palabra mínima y me lo pensaré. Tus beneficios están suscitando el malestar.
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
¿Puedes superar esa fuerte, hermano? Está bien, los que no estés aquí para hacer negocios, macho. ¿No crees que te estás aprovechando?
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
Supongo que no está bien de dejar tirar a las personas desesperadas.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Resolveros. Vosotros este asunto no me concierne, me parece bien, es hora de marcharse, de sacerdotisa. Persuadir, creo que puedes llegar a un acuerdo, seguir obteniendo beneficios, ¿te parece? Que me da bajo tus precios, te quedarás sin mercancías, entonces va, si eso es lo que quieres. E intimidar.
Maker's breath. Sometimes it's truly not worth operating this far south.
Just charge what you would have before this tragedy.
Fine, yes, just stop complaining. You're giving me a headache.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Listo. Ahora yo no estoy de acuerdo, es porque no tiene fruto. A ver cuánto llevamos. Bueno, gente, como van a ser los 50 minutos, segundos y eso, ya me despido. Ya saben, todo lo hablado al principio del video, la despedida, para que no se alargue. Y esto ha sido todo, este capítulo, y lo subo cuando se pueda. Ya saben, siempre lo subo hasta las 9 AM de la mañana, pero siempre se suben a las 10. Y aquí el horario está bien confuso. Y quién sabe qué pedo con eso. Y sí, a veces lo subo a las 9 de la noche o a las 6 de la tarde. En hora México Central o de eso. Y hasta la próxima, chao chao.